Hola, from the west side. It is me, DC the Purple Diva. Welcome to Not So Random Chat. Happy Tuesday. It was Taco Tuesday for some of y'all. And it's already Wednesday for some of y'all. I hope everybody had a good day, whatever day this is, in the continual stay at home. I made it through the day. It was a long day for me, though, work-wise. I did not get off work until very late. And I almost didn't come on live. But since I didn't come on for 2 days, I didn't think it would be right if I decided not to show up tonight. So here I am. Hey, DOD. So here I am, y'all, in the building with my mask on. Y'all got y'all mask on when y'all go out. But you shouldn't be going out. You should be staying in. Because according to the government, this week is critical for all of us in the states that, have pretty much shut everything down, to stay inside as much as possible and not go out for non-essential things. So I got a few things that I have to go out for that I don't think are not non-essential. I got to get my nails done, y'all. But seriously, the guy that does my nails is opening up for 2 days this week. And he always was one of the ones who wore the gloves and the mask and everything. And, he's just requiring that each customer also has on a mask when they come in. This week, he's only having one customer in his shop at a time. So you can't be late for your appointments because he's not going to allow more than, one person in at a time. So do what I got to do to get it done. Thank God I do my own hair, but I think I need to do some more braids. And I had a cute outfit that I was going to wear that I never get to wear, but I was going to wear for Resurrection Sunday. Maybe I'll wear it still, just at home, for my home fellowship. Hey, Tutu. Hey, Miss Mahogany. So, yeah, I'm going to get my nails done. That'll be one thing that I'm going to get to do. I have not got my nails done in like a month now, because the last time I went was like 2 weeks before this. And then the next time I was supposed to go, I couldn't go but he sent a text and said he's going to be open for 2 days. And then he's going to shut down. So he's basically getting as many customers as he can get in tomorrow. And I guess Thursday, he's going to shut down again. And then he's going to do the same thing next week. He's just going to open for 2 days, get in a few customers. So I understand, because he takes care of his entire household and he's self-employed. He takes care of his mama, a couple of nieces, a nephew. But it's been raining here today, guys. And in the midst of the rain and in the midst of the situation, some folk in my neighborhood decided to act a fool today, y'all. Now, I was just minding my business, right? I was minding my business. And suddenly, I heard sirens. Then I heard more sirens. Then I heard somebody running. So I was like, okay. I peeked out the door. My next door neighbor peeked out the door. And it was this young lady and a child that was with her. And then she's yelling at the police because now, the police up and down in the street. And they're saying, so-and-so tried to kidnap my child. Arrest her. Now, I don't know if these people understand that when we are on these, everybody's at home orders, that the police got more time for you and your foolery. Because they're not out there, they're not looking for people robbing places because the places ain't open. So nobody's doing anything, basically. I mean, they're police. There's a lot more police available for the foolery. So, y'all, I don't know what actually happened after that. But as soon as she said this person did that, and then they were all standing at the corner, and the girl was like, shaking her leg while she was talking to the police. And I was like, oh, she's upset, whatever's going on. But she's saying somebody tried to kidnap her child. We don't have time for all of this when there are people out here who are dying from this foolishness that's going around. But that was like a highlight to the day. Because everyone's home, everyone on the street came out to look. Normally, most of the people on my street, they're not home, but everybody's home now. Everybody's home now. And that's a good thing, that, people are home because, times like this, you also have people who do stupid stuff. And, I don't know whose stream I was in, but I was in some stream where a young lady had someone that had broken into her house in the middle of this madness. So you still have people doing stupid stuff during this time, especially with people being home during the day. They might, they start to get, for the moment, thankfully, there's no shortage of supplies. But should there become a shortage of supplies, people might start trying to get froggy and doing stupid stuff. Yeah. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. I know I'm just running my mouth. Oh, you did, Tutu? Yeah. Well, I know that I went to Cyber Bible study tonight, and it was actually interesting because my pastor was talking about some of the Apocrypha books, the Talmud, and the book of Enoch and everything. She was just talking about these different, writings and what was the difference between them and the books that we consider the canon books of the Bible. And, just going over how, there's a difference between, they're, talking about agnostics, And it was funny when she was talking about agnostics, because I have a few friends who are agnostics, and agnostics are people who kind of believe in everything. They take from everything. They'll take from Wiccan, they'll take from Christianity, they'll take from, this, they'll take from that. They just kind of, it's not that they don't necessarily not believe that there's a God, but they don't necessarily believe that there's a God either. So, she just was kind of going over some of the apocryphal books. And I thought that was interesting, because I too have all of those books. And, I read them. Because you'll find things in them, and you'll find things in the Bible, like in the book of Daniel and in the book of Revelation, that kind of talk about things that are very similar to what is, happening now. But I'm not going to go all biblical on you guys. It was just, it was interesting, because, this is only like the second time that I've done the cyber Bible study. I normally actually go. I mean, they've actually done it like a couple of times in the past, but now everything is cyber. So we're going to go to cyber service on Sunday. I miss getting my palms this year. But I'll go to cyber service on Sunday, and I'm going to wear my Easter hat. I'm going to wear my church hat. Well, and maybe I'll even take a picture. Maybe I'll dress up and take a picture in my clothes, just because. Just because I'm having church at home doesn't mean I'm not having church. But I think my church is going to also have the Good Friday thing, the Good Friday service online as well. It was interesting having first Sunday, and making sure I had my own communion and my own grape juice for me and my son. I'm gonna have to go get some more crackers so that we can do that more often here at the house. But that was interesting to do that this weekend. You gave away cyber palms. That's good. Yeah, I think it's going to be, this is, for those of us who are Christians, and even for those who are, the Khazarian Jews, this is a holy week. They're dealing with, Passover, and we're dealing with the resurrection. Excuse me. But right now I'm just trying to figure out if I'm going to have stuff delivered from the Honey Bake store, if I'm going to go over there and just do the, curbside and get my turkey. Because they're going to be open, so that people can get stuff, but they're also delivering. But the catch is, for delivery, you got to at least be getting a whole ham. Well, I'm not even getting a ham, but then again, maybe I should. Maybe I should get a ham and the turkey. But that's, I don't want to spend that much. So yeah, I think I'm just going to get the turkey. I can cook my own ham. I don't know. I have to think about it. I have to see if they have a special on the ham. If they have a special on the ham, then maybe I will get one of the hams. Because I haven't had the honey baked ham in a long time. And see, I'm the only one up in here who's like off of just the turkey. Everybody else in the house, they would love it if I brought some honey baked ham up in this camp. So I might actually just get the ham and the turkey, And then that way I can get them to deliver it. And that will last for, well, with my son, it'll last, we'll probably get it through the week, but it'll be gone by the end of next week. It'll be gone. Oh, yeah, man. That's how I feel, you know. This stuff is just so crazy. And congratulations, shouts out to Uppity Unicorn. She now has over 800 subscribers. So that means that she is less than 200 from 1K. And she's working on her hours at the same time. I think she's close to halfway on her hours. So once she gets to 1K, she should be almost to where she needs to get, you know, she'll be close to, you know, ready for monetization. And she's working hard too. So congratulations to her. Yeah, they don't even want us to go to the store. So that's why I'm thinking about how to get my honey baked ham without going to the store to get it, because they will deliver it next day. I just have to like order it. So if I order it tomorrow, it'll be here Thursday. So I probably will do that. But see, the plate, when I get my nails done tomorrow, I'm going to be right over there. So I could just order it online and just pick it up tomorrow and save myself the delivery charge. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. I got to make up my mind, because gotta have some honey baked in the house, you know, for Easter. But they're like, they don't even want us to go to the store, to the grocery store. But most of the grocery stores now are they're cutting like in half how many people can come in the store. Once they reach a certain capacity, they won't let anybody else in the store. Same thing with Walmart and Target. That's what they're doing now. So even if you do go to the store, they're going to force the social distancing in the stores. And I mean, just about most people are starting to wear something. I mean, I'm seeing everybody with the homemade, with the ones they bought at the store, ones they ordered online, you know, but everybody just about is walking out with masks on, you know. And the only thing that, you know, that they're saying is the same thing that I said, is for people to please stop throwing those things on the daggone ground. Don't do it. When you're finished with it, find a trash can or keep it until you get to a trash can. Don't throw the mask on the ground and the latex gloves on the ground. You are sending contamination. It's like no one has home training. And the fact that they had to say that when they were giving the update on our local, you know, for Los Angeles County, speaks the volumes. Because it's not just in my neighborhood. It's like everywhere. Hey, Angel. Have they? They started that with the stores there? Yeah, they started that with the stores here too. I went to the grocery store yesterday, so I got everything I needed, at least, you know, for this week. You know, and hopefully I won't have to go back to the store, you know, for at least 2 weeks. You know, but when I went to the grocery store yesterday, they were doing this, they were forcing the social distancing. What they did is they had everyone in one line to go to the grocery, to go to the cashiers, and the security guard directed you to the next cashier so that they could make sure that people kept the social distancing. And they literally had each person standing 6 feet apart. But you know me, I stand a little further than that because I'm not trying to catch them. You know, and some people still, yesterday, you know, there still was some people who just weren't wearing the mask. And I mean, for me, when I leave the house, I have to consciously remember to take that mask, to have a mask, because it's not normal, but it is the new normal. You know, it's the new normal. And I mean, have you guys seen all like the fashion masks that people are posting, that are floating through your IG streams, that are floating through your timeline on Facebook? And all of the DIY videos that are floating around on YouTube. I mean, some people are making a business now out of making face masks. Really. Well, at the store that I went to, they had they've put up one of those higher plastic things, and then all of the cashiers had on the masks. A couple of them had the N95s, but the other ones had just, you know, the regular masks, and they were wearing the latex gloves, but they did have a little higher barrier. And I'm seeing that some of the stores are putting up these higher barriers between them, you know, so that, you know, if somebody spit talks or whatever, you know, or if someone comes in who doesn't have on a mask, I don't know, but they're trying to come up with more stuff. And I saw somebody who had a complete visor thing over their entire face, and the mask was on under it, and the visor was see-through, but they had this whole visor that was covering their entire face as a shield between them and the world. Then the mask was on under it. So a lot of people they're figuring out all kinds of things. I mean, I've seen some people with just the bandanas on, but you know, to me, with just the bandana on your face, if you don't wrap it around your face properly and just leave it hanging down, you look like a robber. You look like you're going to hold up a store or something. So I caution you, if you're choosing a bandana, and just make sure that you tie it so it doesn't look like you're about to go hold up a store. I hear you, Tutu Thing Thing. I always have a scarf around my neck too. And then, you know, so I put the scarf around me too. I just wrap it around my head and then wrap it around me. Telling you, women are going to be walking around looking like they have on a hijab. Everybody is. Everybody's going to be walking around looking like they have on a hijab. Oh, give me a few minutes, Angel. I didn't even see that. Sorry. Give me a second. Because I don't have my yeah, give me a second. Let me get my what you call it? My mouse. I never have it over there. One second, guys. I'll let Angel come up. All right, let me plug this mouse in. Let's plug it in. All right, Angel, I'm gonna put the StreamYard in the chat. Give me 1 second. All right, I put it in the chat. Angel, you can come up, and if anyone else is inclined to come up, you can come up and say hi too. Oh, here's Angel. Just 1 second. Let me bring him up. Let me close that. All right. Hey, Angel. How are you?
I'm doing well on this Tuesday evening. I've have some two pieces of news, like I had said in the comment to share, but I just want to tell you how my day was before I share the two pieces of news.
Today, how was your day?
My day has been fulfilling, I would say, because earlier I went on just a bike ride to just get out of the apartment a bit, and then I had to go to the post office to mail a letter, and then afterwards I had been in contact with people, and just before I came on, I ordered some late night snacks. I ordered a pizza and a cheesy stick sauce from Little Caesars.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. So, what is your good news, Angel?
I'm going to be going back to work, but not at the arena, at Walmart.
Oh, well, that's great, though.
Because earlier today, I got a phone call from one of the managers at Walmart, and I have a orientation appointment this Thursday at 2 p.m. And so looks like I am already part of the Walmart employee group, you would say. So pretty much I'm hired, but they just need me to go through the proper training and the orientation, which I'm going to be doing this Thursday. But then after the orientation, I'm going to be getting my first day on the job soon enough. So it sounds like I am already hired, but I just need to see what is next. And basically, what I'm going to be doing is unloading trucks and stocking shelves as a unpacker and shelf stocker at Walmart. And I'm going to be working from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. In a 32 to 40-hour work week.
That is great. That is so good for you, Angel. Now, all you need to do is make sure every time you go, you're going to have a mask on. So that people don't get their contagions on you, and then because that's considered an essential job. But we want you to stay healthy, so we wanted to make sure that you keep yourself protected at work too.
Yep.
That's exciting, though. That's exciting because you were concerned, and now that'll be great.
But I'm only going to be doing it temporarily. But if I like it enough, I may keep the job at Walmart as a permanent position and try to see about doing other things within the Walmart, like serving the customer and working at the register and such. If I enjoy the area that I'll be working at, but it's only going to be temporary. But like I said, if I like it enough, I may keep it.
Yeah, but at least you'll have some income coming in right now. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, that's most important.
So that is great. Yeah, because I know that Amazon and Walmart and Target and like the grocery stores are hiring. They're hiring obviously in the healthcare professions. They're hiring all over.
Yeah, but the area that they were asking if I was interested in was the help with unloading and trucks and bringing it to the warehouse and putting it on shelves.
Yeah, I think that'd be interesting because then you can see everything when it's coming into the store
Yeah.
firsthand.
And maybe I could try to get a discount on maybe some of the items to take home with me.
Well, they'll probably tell you about that in the orientation. I'm sure even if you're a temp, you'll still get a discount. You'll still get the employee
Yeah,
discount as long as you're working there.
yeah. And that was the first piece because I knew this news was the most important thing that had happened for me so far today. But the other piece is that I'm going to be getting the additional money for my computer later this week because my conservator had submitted the request for the additional money that I need to purchase the Dell G7 computer that we had discussed about last night.
Yay! So you're gonna be able to do your live streams and upload your videos and play your game.
Again, yeah, again, but the work will definitely get in the way. But it's not going to be every day because one thing my brother had thought I was going to happen to me was I was going to have to work every single day of from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. like throughout the week. But I was like, no, no, no. Because if you do the math, there's only a 40-hour maximum for full-time employees according to the law for workers. And if you go above that, I think it qualifies as overtime in some work places. But I don't know about Walmart since I'm just starting out there.
The 40 hours, that means that you're gonna have 2 days off. Most likely there'll be like crazy days in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
You know, that's usually how they do it. They'll give you like your days off will be like on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, and so the days most likely would be like Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and possibly the weekends.
Yeah, because and definitely they'll probably need the most help on the weekends. So, because with all of these stay-at-home orders, a lot of people won't be venturing out as much during the week, but they still are going to be getting customers because people run out of things at different times, and people still have to go to like Walmart because some people come there to get their prescriptions. They have the groceries there, and they run out of different essentials, and it's hard to keep people from completely in the house without anybody going out. I mean, they're trying, but we're not on that kind of lockdown like how they had in Italy, like where the streets were deserted. Like in the UK, the streets are deserted. It's not like that here.
But isn't there some parts within the U.S. Where they have it to where you could get a fine or like a misdemeanor if you are caught outside of doing something that is not so-called essential?
Well, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Like that's, I think, on the East Coast. And I think in New York they're about to put in some more drastic stuff just because of them being such a hot spot to try to curve it. But what I'm saying is like complete lockdown where the streets are so isolated that animals are wandering through the streets. It's never going to be like, I don't think they're going to go to that extreme because 45 he seems to be itching to open the country back up, but when you look at the demographics of the people who are dying, from this thing, it is, at least I'll say where I am right now, it is looking like people of color, black and brown, are disproportionately, higher, with black probably being the highest because black people don't trust health professionals because they have done crazy things to black people in the past. So a lot of them don't trust them. I personally don't have a problem with health professionals, but I will say that the majority of my health professionals in my lifetime were friends of my father because my father is a doctor. So I would get his doctor friends to be, my doctors throughout because I trusted them more than I would trust some stranger doctor. So but it looks like they're feeling that the reason why it's higher with people of color is because we tend to have less resources for healthcare overall. And then also a lot of us have some of the underlying conditions that are in what they call the predisposal, like the diabetes and the high blood pressure. So,
yeah.
Hey, Paul, how are you? Hey, Terry. So, I mean, they're starting to look at the numbers of what's going on with this particular thing that's happening out here. So, like I said before, we just all have to be diligent and just keep ourselves healthy. But I am so happy that you are going to have some money coming in, Angel. I mean, and I don't think you want to be sitting around because my son is like losing it.
But it's just that whenever there's nothing to do within your apartment, you are bored out of your mind and death. And I haven't went to that level of trying to be all crazy, like trying to give me something to do or
Yeah,
something like that. I just have been trying to find things to keep myself occupied. But with me going back to work at a new position temporarily, unless if I change my mind otherwise,
hmm
it's going to get myself out of the apartment a bit to help keep myself busy and to also bring
exactly,
in the extra money.
exactly, and and it's something to do, while you're waiting for your regular job to come back through.
Exactly.
So I'm proud of you, Angel. That's cool. Because
Um, I mean, I'm not, I've always said before, I've always been someone who's been wanting to try to find adventures in my life, and ever since the beginning of 2020, I've been taking up things that I've never expected that would happen. But the one thing I've learned in the past couple years is that to never back down from an opportunity or challenge, because you need to challenge yourself and to strive into being a better you.
exactly. And I mean, and during this time of what's going on, a lot of people aren't even thinking about how they can make themselves a better them. Like with everything that's going on, that's what people should be thinking about while you're here. Yes, don't give people their roses when they die. Tell them that you love them while they're here, but also at the same time, in reflecting, you should be reflecting on how you're going to be going forward in your life, the things that you want to do.
Or try to figure out how you can get through this by trying to find other jobs out there, because there are many states that have so many jobs available. Like there are jobs for delivery, jobs for pickup, jobs for drive-throughs, etc. But it's all about finding something out there that they're offering and looking for, and going out there and finding it.
Yep, exactly, because there are a lot of jobs that are coming available right now. In the middle of this, I mean, they may not be, the same thing that people had before, but it's really something so that they have money coming in right now, and then hopefully when this thing is over,
Yeah.
They can go back to the jobs that they had before. My hope is that all of these jobs that have closed down because they're considered non-essential are able to survive through this. Because for me, I'm like, I don't know if people can handle this for more than a couple of months.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm just talking about the financial aspect of it.
Yeah. But my thing is to the whether it's the Democrat or the Republican, what what is considered essential? Because each person has a different opinion of what they think is essential. But in honesty, do you think a movie theater is essential? Because here in Arizona, they kind of like claim the Easter Bunny as a essential thing. And I don't see very many people doing Easter as they did, like, let's say, 20 years ago.
Right. And I mean, I know that like a lot of places they're asking, like in certain communities, for people to like put like an egg or put like eggs in their windows so kids can look for the Easter eggs and stuff. But I don't do that stuff. So I don't know how they're gonna handle that with a lot of the with the kids and everything. But the Easter Bunny doesn't exist. So
Exactly.
the Easter Bunny doesn't exist, and they need to tell their children the truth about what the day is really about. It's about the fact that in ancient times they killed the man called Yeshua, who called himself the Son of God, and 3 days later he rose from the dead.
Wow.
But that's what I believe. I definitely don't believe in Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny. All of that is pagan stuff. So, it's like worshiping the earth to me.
I mean, I believed that stuff when I was younger, but now I'm older.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. When we were kids, we didn't really know what it was really about. But when you're an adult, I said, okay, they make it sound innocent to children, but then as adults, you find out that a lot of those things are some of them are based on demonic stuff. So I'm like, no, we don't want to talk about. We don't, and that's why I'm like, I don't even understand why parents still have their kids celebrate that. But I understand that everybody doesn't look at it the same way as I do, and but why are they worrying about some Easter eggs when we're in the middle of of this? Who cares about the Easter eggs? Just make sure that you keep your kids healthy. Have Sunday dinner with them, or do the Easter egg hunt in the house.
Exactly.
Oh, like it doesn't take rocket science.
No.
I mean, yeah, I remember we used to do those in the neighborhoods that I grew up in. We used to do those. Actually, when I lived in the city and when I moved to the suburbs, we did those. And when I was a kid, I actually went to one of the Easter egg rolls at the White House. But that was back when who was in that? Was it Nixon was in? No, Nixon wasn't in. Was Nixon in? It was either when Nixon was in or Ford, one of them two. I went when one of those two were in office. I went to the White House and went to the Easter egg hunt because I was a kid. Yeah, because 45 thought he was going to have that this year. There's not going to be any Easter egg roll this year, 45. No Easter egg roll. You do not get to put the quote unquote impoverished children in Washington, D.C. area on display to make yourself look good. Not this year. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in November.
Yep, we'll see what happens. But as I had said about like 10 minutes ago, what do you think is qualified as essential? Apparently, a couple weeks ago, when Nancy came back from her vacation and had blocked the stimulus bill, she thought her Green New Deal was essential.
Crazy.
She really thinks that the part that she tried to sneak in is essential during this kind of time that we're in right now.
Wow. You know, to me, I mean, I spoke about this, I think, was it last night or the night before? But I mean, other countries are giving so much more to their citizens. And for our country to have so much money, they're not giving the money to the people. They're giving the money to big business. And they're using the trickle down theory. Sometimes that works, but in this situation, that's not the right situation. You need to probably, I mean, my personal opinion is if they were going to give out this money, it should probably have been for at least a 3-month period. But they got to figure out how they're going to get all this money to all of Americans because they don't even know how to find half of us. Now, most of us who filed our taxes last year, they got if you filed taxes last year or this year, they already have your bank information if you put it on your tax returns. So if you haven't filed them for this year, because they're not actually due until next week, but actually, you've got that extension on the federal, but your state ones are due next week, y'all. Unless you've gone and asked the state for an extension. So I'm trying to put mine in next week because I figure there won't be any lines. Nobody's gonna be fight with me. I'll be get them postmarked for the 15th and have my money coming back to me way before July when everybody else decides to file their tax returns. So has everyone done the census? I'm just saying.
No, I haven't, and I don't plan on to because it's just a big waste of time, and and you want to know what exactly is it? What it reminds me of? The census reminds me of jury duty because jury duty is a big waste of time. I mean, you're just there to give your verdict of whether.
Yeah, but that's not what the census is for, Angel. The census is to make sure that we're all counted. For me, the census does make sense because if it hadn't been for the census, I wouldn't be able to find all the census that were done long ago on like my grandfather when he was a kid. So for me, it's a way to make sure that you're represented in the numbers. And since I come from 2 ethnicities, I want to make sure I'm represented because there are a lot of Black people who are considered, who are also Latino because, votes went multiple places at the same time. But I just do it because I want to make sure that I'm always counted in the number, no matter where I live. I've done it when I was on the East Coast. I actually worked a summer job when I was back home for the government, and I worked at the Census Bureau. So they really do have, yeah, they really do have people who actually sit there and figure out the stuff, because that's when I did it. I did it doing, I think I worked there the summer after the 1980 census, when I was a teenager. But I understand a lot of people don't want to do the census, but I would say go do some investigating on it. Jury duty, that's a whole different thing. I got my son out of having to ever do jury duty, and I no longer do jury duty because of my son. But yeah, you probably don't want to do jury duty if you don't want to. For that one, I would tell you, I would just say you could use your disability and not do it.
Well, yeah, but you want to know, back in 2013, when I was still living in Minnesota, and I had got my first ever jury duty letter, I didn't go to the court and ask to ask to not be on the jury duty council. I just threw the letter away and just did not attend it. Over 7 years later, they haven't came for me at all, because a lot of people said that you could be warranted for a fine, or you could be arrested and serve time in jail. Well, 7 years later, after rejecting and throwing away the letter and not attending my first jury duty summons that I was supposed to be at, I haven't had anything happen to me since then.
Right, and they sent one to my son, and I sent them information. I sent them something from the regional center from his caseworker that he's a disabled adult with autism, and he cannot come and serve jury duty. So, and I think they had done that because he votes. But just because he votes doesn't mean he has to serve jury duty. Jury duty for someone with a disability is if they want to do it. He don't want to do it, so he doesn't have to do it. But he wants to vote, so he gets the right to vote. But yeah, I understand.
But I did get another jury letter during the first month of me living here in Arizona. But then that's when I did go to the court council where I got my jury letter from, and submitted me to no longer have to do jury duty because of my disabilities, and they've approved that.
Yeah, it's real quick. Once you put that in, they never send it to you again, because you don't have to. You've given them a medical reason for them not to ask you to come again. And I used my son's medical reason because I'm his primary caregiver. Before, I used to go to jury duty like when I wasn't working at home, but once I started working from home and and being here with him, I submitted paperwork so that I no longer serve jury duty anymore. But I've served on several juries.
I wish that I was still a kid and I would have been more than happy to have you submit the paperwork for you to be my stepmom.
Oh, you're so sweet, Angel.
Well, I really do appreciate you, the Purple Diva.
I appreciate you as well, Angel. I really do.
Because if I was your other son, I'm pretty sure you would have done a better job at taking better care of me than either of my parents did in my years. But like I've said before, if I did not go to the kind of services that I got, I probably wouldn't have been able to become the kind of person I am. But still, we would love our parents in our life. But if you were my mom, I'm pretty sure you would do a better job. But hey, at least we could still be pretend mom and son here on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. And I think of you as a good friend, Angel. I do.
Yeah, same here.
I'm looking to see what they're saying in the chat.
The Paul Graves says that two thing. Yes, they're supposedly working on stimulus check number two. The first check I heard will be sent out starting this Thursday, April the 9th.
Yeah, from and this is just what my understanding is. My son did get a 1099 last year, and according to that, if you are on Social Security, which is what he's on, then he's automatically just going to get it based on the fact that he got a 1099. Now, I don't know if they have his bank account information, um, but Social Security does, so maybe they'll get it from Social Security.
And
You know,
and I think I kind of mentioned this to you last week on one of your
yeah,
streams.
yeah,
But for people who have a conservator or a guardian, the money will be given to the services that the person has, like how I'm in the Maricopa County here in Arizona, because that's where my conservator works for, is the
yeah. They'll
Salt
send the
River.
money. They'll send it, and it'll go. It'll go. What it'll do is it'll go into your trust account.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but for my son, but well, they'll send it to his bank account, but because of his disability, I'm on his bank account as the secondary person, so you know he'll be able to get his money, and I'm not even worried about it, because I think we'll get it when we get it, because I still thankfully, I still have a job. I still have benefits, and as of right now, it looks like I'm going to still have a job. The real estate market, because you guys know I work in real estate, but I don't work in real estate sales, and I don't work in real estate lending. I work on the back end in compliance. I work in the part of real estate lending where that was created because of the Big Short that happened in 2008, 2007, 2008. And it's just basically to make sure that the banks don't um, put people into loans that will put them in a position to lose their homes again. Now what's going on right now is crazy. But what we understand is that the majority of the banks are letting people have up to 90 days. They're giving them like a 3-month moratorium on paying their mortgage if, they were affected. And that will be helpful for some people. But for those of us who still have our jobs, please pay your mortgages and pay your rent. Don't be a deadbeat and not pay it and blame it on the pandemic, because I know some people will try to game and do that. Don't do that. That's not cool. But, just
Hey, the case life.
oh, hey, Zero. And oh, hey, Cass. Thanks for coming through. And I can't see what the other one is. Kel Peep Gaming. Hi, one of my gaming friends. How are you guys doing? Thanks for coming through. We're almost at the end of the night, because I only come on for about an hour, y'all.
Yeah, but I remember like a while back you did like 1 to 2 hours during your
Yeah,
streams before.
I did do those for a minute, but it's hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good idea that you just stick to this 1 hour thing, because if you do it on a nightly basis and you keep the kind of numbers that you're getting right now with the number of people that you get every night, then I think if you could keep this up on a consistent basis, you'll be able to apply for monetization before you know it.
Yep, I'm almost at I'm like right around 2,000 watch hours, guys. So I'm about halfway there. And everybody says that once you get over that 2,000 watch hour mark, that it starts to go fast. So we shall see. We shall see. But I like getting on here with you guys every night. I really, really do. You know, I like getting on and just, just talking and just, nothing in particular or anything. And with everyone, with most of us kind of being on lockdown, as they say, and pretty much in our homes, it does for a lot of people, I guess, limit the material that they have. But this should be the most creative time for a lot of people because I've got like a couple of things that I'm working on. Like I'm looking at, they've got softwares out there that can help you to make animated videos and stuff. So I'm looking at things to kind of up my game on the videos that I do so that my videos will be better. So maybe it's not just me or not just pictures and some of them depending on what kind of, what I'm doing. So I'm just looking at things that will help mine to look more creative. Thank you, Miss Tutu Thing. Angel, is there anything else you wanted to talk about before I get ready to close it out, sir?
No, I don't, because the stuff that I said when I came on about my work starting at Walmart and my money that I'll be getting for my new computer was pretty much it. But I had a great conversation with you about everything tonight, and it was a great time hanging with you. But I'm happy to always hang with you whenever we do get together, and the great that you guys are always will be here with me along with the ride and see me go follow my dreams and go after what I want to accomplish in my life.
Exactly. I'm glad you're going to be doing that. This will be another experience. Something that you could do sometimes. You could also kind of like do some vlogging around when you're doing Walmart, and that could be some of your, stuff that you put on your channel.
Yeah, like maybe a first day at work.
Yep. Exactly. You can do things like that because that would be interesting. Because a lot of people aren't getting jobs right now, and the fact that you're getting a job in the middle of all this stuff is inspiration to other folks. All right, thank you for coming up tonight, Angel. I will see you tomorrow night.
You have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
All right, bye. I'm gonna come on camera, guys, so you guys can see me. Y'all know me. I always come on camera at the end. It's kind of dark in here, so hopefully y'all can still see me. Let's see. Hey, everybody. How are you guys doing? Let me turn the camera. Turn myself. There. Okay. Now y'all can see me. There we go. How you guys doing? Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate everyone for coming and hanging out with your girl DC in the Purple Paisley Den. I will be back on tomorrow night with another live stream. And I should be uploading at least one vlog this week in regards to, some points for other caregivers on how to get through this time with their teens and young adults in the house, because I know I'm not the only one who is caregiving for somebody who is on the spectrum of autism. So I'll be putting that out later on this week. And until tomorrow, you guys, I offer you guys peace. Do it with this hand. There we go. Peace and blessings. from the West Side. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Thanks for hanging with me.